right, welcome everybody to another episode of Providence Lucha Talk. This is Luisito.
This is your boy Jay Aguila.
And we're back to talk about all things wrestling. So far, I think we had a good week of wrestling, which is, I appreciate it, which is pretty good.
Yeah, also we have to understand that you guys might be seeing a different schedule with us for a bit, but we thank everybody for rocking with us, those who have been following us in our social media pages, as well as our audio podcasts on Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify. We say thank you for following us and giving those 5 stars. But Luisito is right. Wrestling itself has been a little bit more entertaining, a little bit of improvement on the SmackDown side versus the Raw side. And the reason why I say that is because Retribution got buried so bad. Guys, we're not going to do the usual recap because of our new scheduling, but we are going to try to highlight some of the key events on some of these shows. And Retribution definitely it's on the top of my list. How dare they? It's a great stable. It had a great potential. I feel like that video promo that Ali did at the midpoint of the show would have been a great opener. Then the freaking Fiend destroying and demolishing the Retribution like they did. It was nonsense.
Yeah, and if the thing was like, you would think because they did the draft, they were gonna not get a fresh start, but it's like new stories and stuff. But like you mentioned, they just got buried. And the thing it's not like they got buried by one group. Like have they been feuding with the Hurt Business? No, 2. They got stuck between basically the Rock and Hard Place. Literally, you got destroyed by the Fiend. Like, and it's one guy, which is crazy. Then the Hurt Business too. It's just like they
clean win. It's a clean win, which I was flabbergasted, okay? Because it was Bobby Lashley. That's your champion.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
That like if Bobby Lashley would have done.
Which one got pinned? Was it
T-Bone?
Okay. No. Okay, yeah. So submission. It was Dominic. Yeah.
So he got submission, and while he was being submission, I would have felt like if someone would have grabbed a chair, or the Fiend would have like jumped in and be part of the storyline, and he wrecked everybody. Makes sense. But in order for him to just focus on Retribution, a group that was building them since like the beginning of the pandemic, then we got Ali revealing that he was the hacker himself on SmackDown, and then you build up with him having a group, and then within no less than 10 minutes, gone.
And they basically did what they did with Nexus, with John Cena and Nexus. Ooh. This is basically Nexus of 2020. Like,
no, this could have
you know what? The only way this is gonna be saved or resolved.
How? They got the first clean.
Keith Lee joining the Retribution. That's the only way. The only person that could handle or take out the Fiend could be Keith Lee.
I mean,
that's the only way. That's the only redemption I would say, because he's the only person that has a connection with the people that came over from NXT, Dijak, Mia Yim.
He doesn't know it's them though.
No, but you could know by the voice. You know who's Mia Yim.
But okay. So first of all, they're a couple, so they already know.
Yeah, true.
Know who's who. But
it's just like
his character does not focus on what Retribution stand for. Retributions are a group of people who were trying to get built, but still got buried during their NXT time. If you think about it,
didn't that what happened to Keith Lee when he won the NXT title? 1 week, boom, done.
But the difference between Keith Lee to Retribution is that Keith Lee still had his moment of shine. You know what I'm saying? He was still lifting up NXT during 2019, 2020 while he got the championship. Yeah. Even North American, even being part of the movie, he was still getting his push. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mia Yim was not getting a good push. Dominique was not getting a good push. Thorne, he disappeared after beating it was Ricochet and Cedric. And Cedric. Yeah. He disappeared. Ali was like injured on SmackDown, and he was also not. So like Retribution meaning a group of people who are trying to like come up on their own terms to be able to obtain what they lost. I get that. Keith Lee would not be that person. A good person will be another superstar who, like, you know, like Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Those guys
Yeah.
were definitely another key element. You know what I'm saying, to the group.
Yeah.
But Keith Lee,
because the way I brought up Keith Lee was because the relation he has with the people
NXT,
from NXT,
yeah,
and also the match that he had with Braun Strowman, he kind of like didn't had a heel thing, but you
another
kind of,
Barry. Like, what the
you know what
hell
I'm saying,
was
like.
that? Like,
So I
oh,
feel like after that match, I was like, oh, I'm not saying Keith Lee's gonna be like a heel, nothing, but he's not doing good guy things. Like he's already fed up of the situation, so he's like, he gave him that like a low blow and stuff. So he's kind of like, by all means necessary. So that's not the only thing I could see him like transition over, and not be fully retribution, but maybe be an ally or like a help or a bigger body to handle somebody like the Fiend. Because I don't think nobody in that group could handle the Fiend.
I think Ali, being the leader, should be able to have that capability. And
but they're gonna be a number because remember you have the Hurt Business, so it's 4. It's basically including the Fiend, even though the Fiend's not with them. It's basically 5 against 4.
But it's something that is on the work. I don't think Survivor Series we're gonna get much out of this. I feel like what they have to do is let Retribution become chaotic once again, interrupt things. They should invade old brands, even NXT, especially how NXT looks like. I feel like if they just disturb all the shows, I don't know how far each Full Sail is from, I think, the Anway Center, just to kind of like gain some momentum again. Because right now it's just them being buried. So I feel like you mentioned, making chaos go through every brand and do something. I mean, that's what they were doing. It got the attention of us. We were getting annoyed with it. But now that we understand what it stands for, we're seeing faces to the organization. Be going back, one with them personally. But again, it's something that I'm hoping they recover by Monday. But let's continue on. We also got to talk about another story that's kind of developing well. Unfortunately, I hate to admit this, but the Roman Reigns story with Jey Uso is not that bad to digest for SmackDown.
And the new move that he got, not bad. The submission move,
the whole
guillotine. I feel I think now he should get rebranded, but we know Roman Reigns. Well, not a lot of people know him from before he was in the Shield, but he used to basically wear like generic stuff, got the Shield situation developed and stuff. So I feel like now that he's kind of like being like a tribal or Samoan situation, I feel like he should rename his Superman punch to like like something tribal, like the whatever, and the same thing with the new submission. So I feel like it should blend it, because I feel like, you know how Randy Orton has like 2 moveset, one when he's like a tweener and one when he's a heel. I feel like he should get another either finisher or another move. He got the submission, but he needs another power move to.
He already got the spear, the Superman punch, and the guillotine. What else do you want? You want him to jump from the third buckle and try to do a
power bomb or something?
He already does that with the Shield. I mean, I don't think he's going to utilize that anymore unless if the Uso team up with him in the near future. But that it's not going to happen in a while. Yeah. I could see that. But again, the story with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso seems to be a well built up for Hell in a Cell. I think by the time this is aired and what's occurred on the upcoming SmackDown show, we'll definitely have like some type of a closure for you, for us, for understand what's gonna build up to it. Which again, last Friday I seen it, the opening premiere. It was not that bad of a show. The Sasha Banks and Bayley, I think that's gonna have, they're gonna have Bayley sign the contract by force. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Sasha is definitely having her match with Bayley, which is building up. The one story that I'm kind of upset that still transitioned from Raw to SmackDown is the Seth Rollins and the Mysterio family.
Yeah, I think they finally. I think we might see another body added to. I don't want Austin Theory to move over to once again as a disciple, but I think something might happen. Because at the end of NXT, he left in his car, so I don't know if he's going back to being a disciple. Because Austin Theory.
Forget him.
But I think the Rey Mysterio situation, I think that's gonna be over hopefully soon. I don't know if it's gonna be added as part of Hell in a Cell, But I think this whole situation should be done, and the Mysterio family should focus their efforts to the tag team division and add value to that division, and let Seth Rollins do its thing for either Intercontinental or even go for the Universal, especially now having Roman Reigns maybe be the next person up after Jey Uso.
That's a good point. I gotta wait how it weighs out. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, the person that I would like to see to face Roman Reigns for the belt to continue with the Samoan storyline is Samoa Joe. It's Samoa Joe. Yeah. That's the person I would like to see. If not, then your guy would definitely be a good choice to
also,
work with.